What's up, Dorkalicious? My name is Lydia.
And I'm Kenny G.
And today we're going to be talking about lobbycons.
Lobbyconning.
Lobbyconning.
Yes, there was an article put out recently where people were pretty sour about the whole lobbyconning.
So if you don't know what
fiasco.
it is essentially when there's an anime convention, usually you have to pay to be part of this convention. Usually it's a day pass
Yes.
or a weekend pass. What some people like to do, since they're in like hotels, and technically a lobby of a hotel is essentially free game for public, people don't pay for the experience of the convention, so they just hang out in the lobby and they get to like see all the cosplayers, stuff like that. I mean, they don't get access to dealers' rooms, but essentially
They don't get access to a lot of things.
they don't get access to a lot of things, but essentially they get to experience the con budget friendly. So I have a few friends who do this, but I don't necessarily agree that it's a good thing. But whatever. Let's get into it. Let's just jump into it. What's your opinion, Ken?
What? You want me to go with my opinion?
Yes.
My opinion is that who cares? I would say sometimes I get a little annoyed by it because I think, hey, I'm doing my part to support the con. Me and you, any con we go
Right.
to, we always pay for our badge, right?
Yes.
So when I see the people who don't pay, sometimes it annoys me because I'm like, you're putting the con in jeopardy of potentially going away, right? But I mean, I would say that more depends on the convention itself, right? So,
Yes.
so like small cons, more so, I would say lobby conning is really dangerous for the cons, right? Like puts them in big jeopardy. Whereas big cons, not so much because they're making so much money. You got to think when they have 30,000 attendees, like we did the math the other day just for the local anime convention. They're making like $1.8 million
In a weekend.
in a weekend, and that's without factoring in all the extra stuff that they charge for.
And all the extra kickbacks that they get.
And all the kickbacks from hotels and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. So I mean, like, as a con goer, lobby conning does annoy me because like I work hard for my money, and I bought, for example, Anime North. Anime North is a very specific convention. Hi dear. This is our cat. Oh, it's okay. Oh, let her. It's fine. Okay.
Hello.
This
She
is,
doesn't approve of lobby conning.
This is. She has no opinion. She has no opinion. So.
Meow, meow, meow.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, I'm annoyed because like I have to like for Anime North. It's like a year-long planning process. You know, you have to book your hotel year in advance. You know, like January 2nd, the passes get released and we have to like buy them, and like there's like all these steps involved for me to go to a convention, and for some guy to just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna hang out, it's like annoying to me because I'm like, well, I had to do all of this crap to get a good con experience, and you just get to waltz in. And like, granted, yeah, I mean, they don't get access to a high deer. They don't get access to.
You won't leave us alone.
Okay.
Why right now?
I don't know.
Why right now?
Are you trying to say lobby conning is good? Is that what? Meow if you say lobby conning is good.
No.
Okay.
She's purring.
No, she's purring. Okay, so that means she's indifferent. Anyways, yeah, I'm just annoyed by it. But I have a lot of friends who do it, and a lot of times it's a budget concern because. Yes, conventions are very expensive. And especially if there's like a bunch of them, there's realistically, like on a typical budget, you could do maybe 1-2 conventions comfortably max. But, it's, certain conventions have certain things, right? So, I mean, you want to attend them all. So if you can't attend them all, lobbyconning is a budget-friendly option, right? You go to the lobbycon, you bum someone's hotel room, and, you eat chips that you found in a garbage can. Like,
what?
It's just...
No, come on now.
I'm just saying, like, at least lobbyconning makes anime and gaming or whatever, it makes it accessible for people because some people do get priced out of attending, right?
Yes.
So it is annoying. I mean, like, granted, that's what the day passes are for, is if you can't afford the whole convention, at least you can go for a day. But, yeah, I'm just very, I'm kind of on the fence, to be honest with you. Like, it doesn't impact me personally. I'm not, like, being hit in the wallet because some guy is heading out in a lobby. Like, but it annoys me. But at the same time, I understand why it happens. So the whole thing of what's happening is that a particular convention, what they're doing is they're trying to avoid lobby conning by posting security at every exit, every door, and then they're not allowing anyone in the hotel who either doesn't have a badge or doesn't have a reservation. So how successful they're going to be at it, only time will tell. But I mean, it kind of kills the spirit of the thing too.
What's that?
When you don't allow lobby conning people, because sometimes people
thing,
stumble
okay?
upon it and they're like, "What's this? I've never seen this before. My mind is being blown." So
here's the thing, right? It's like a lot of times, like, the people don't necessarily want a badge. Like, there's people that are like, "Hey, I just want to hang out with my friends at the convention.
You can hang out with your friends on your spare time."
The thing is,
But also,
sometimes it's like friends are flying in from a different city to attend the con. You're like, I don't really care about the con, but I want to see my friends.
True.
So you go to the lobby and hang out in the lobby with your friends.
Right.
Right?
Sorry.
There's that. What? There's cat hair everywhere
is
now.
blowing up. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Jesus.
Freaking cat.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, to continue.
I forgot where I was going now. You distracted me.
Friends is flying in from overseas to come to...
not overseas, but wherever. The friends are flying in or whatever, right? So there's that. Then, well, the prices on badges have just gotten insane, right? And when I was first reading about it, a lot of people's retort to it was basically, well, I would buy a badge if you offered something that interested me. You don't offer anything that interests me, so I'm not buying a badge. And I sort of see that point, because a lot of conventions, they don't do stuff that's super interesting. They sort of all do the generic crap. They're like, okay, we're going to have a dealer's room, we're going to have an artist area, we're going to have a
J-pop dance party.
J-pop dance party. We're going to have a masquerade and
it's pretty much a recipe for a
game
convention.
room, right? That's it, basically. Oh, did I say a dealer's area?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Okay, so none of that actually interests me at all. The stuff that interests me is like, well, seeing like ACT perform, which is like a local J-pop troupe, right? And then like seeing, going to like the anime garage sale, stuff like that.
Yes.
So that's the stuff that keeps me interested in wanting to go.
Right.
But like their main big selling points are not really that interesting, and that's why a lot of people lobbycon is they're like, I don't really care about the dealer's room, because the dealer's room long ago stopped being deals in a room, right? It's now you're just paying full price.
Yeah.
So why not just order on Amazon where you can get it cheaper?
Pretty
right?
much. Yeah, like, I mean, on Sundays they used to give you discounts. They're like, oh, we don't want to cart this around, you get this off of our hands, and then you'd get sweet deals. But that does not happen anymore, because the vendors just go to a different con. They pack up and go to a different con. They're like, we don't care. The stock's gonna move whether you want it or somebody else wants it. So like the attitude has changed. So and so is the consumer attitude, because money's harder to come by, so people buy off Amazon.
Yeah. So it's sort of like, I don't think it's malicious, right? I don't think it's malicious behavior. Lobbyconning. But I think what happens is a con starts doing well, so they start jacking up the rates, right? Then the people who are attending are like, well, no, I'm not going to pay. I'll just, try to sneak in. or all there's so many people that like photocopy passes and stuff like that. Like they have issues with what is that called? Counterfeit badges and stuff like that, or lobbyconning, right? And it's like, well, if you priced it reasonably, people would pay. People,
True.
That is in every industry. That's in, the music industry, the video game industry, movies. Well, not so much movies, but most industries, it's like, if you price things reasonably, people will pay. When you price people out of what they want, it's like, okay, well, they're just gonna find a way to have the positive experience without giving you any money, because they're just like, F you, right? It's like, think Fan Expo, they have some tickets that go into the $200, $300 range, right? I mean, I think the base ticket is $80, and I think it goes up from there, up into the $250, $300. If you want to meet some special celebrities, even higher. I think there's even like $1,200 tickets. I could be wrong though on that, but I think so. And it's like, well, you know what? Screw off. Like, well, I'm not paying you that.
Yeah, that's a convention we stopped going to a long time ago.
But a lot of people do go to.
I know they do, but it's too much. It's too much. How can you afford it? And it's like, oh, it's a lifetime experience to be a card, and like, granted, like, people place importance on different things. So I don't know. I'd rather just buy clothes for myself than to go visit Picard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But everyone's life is different and everyone's hobbies are different. I can't judge, but I just have to say that they are pricing people out of experiences, which, I mean, even like concert tickets nowadays. Like before like $30-$50, you're like, oh wow. But like, like
now it's like $150.
$150, $200, $300. Like, it's getting high up there. And it's
getting stupid, and it's like, okay,
wow.
Inflation hasn't gone up that much. Okay?
No, it just
inflation has gone up a bit, and the cost of things have gone up a bit, but it has not gone like 500%.
No.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, wages don't match inflation. That's the problem, right? So I mean, I understand why people lobbycon, because it's a budgetary issue, but I don't know. It's like a crazy line we gotta dance, right? I mean, what do you I mean, you've told us what you think.
I ultimately support the cons. Every con that I attend, and we support the cons.
Right.
My feelings on it is, originally I was annoyed by it, but eventually I took the position of, who really cares? They're there, they're hanging out with their buddies, they're not causing trouble. Who cares? Who cares? The only people that care are the greedy money grubbers, right? The convention runners, the people who are making like $2 million or $3 million, right? And they're like, no, we don't want people having it for free. Those are the people that really care, are the ones who are like racking in the dough. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I get annoyed by it, but I understand it, and it's a weird dance, Yeah.
You gotta give us a final verdict.
No, I can't.
I
like both sides. Okay. I'm going to go with my initial feelings that I'm annoyed by lobbyconning.
Yes.
I am, but that's the only way for some people to experience a convention, so I understand it. But in my core, I'm generally annoyed because I have to pay, so why shouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, and if you don't support cons, at least the small ones, they'll go away.
That's the thing.
They'll go away.
With anything.
And
that's with anything.
We've learned that in recent years.
We learned that the hard way. We lost Uncle Tetsu's Angel Cafe because not because of us, but just because people didn't financially support them, so they had to shut down, and we're left with nothing. So you do have to support financially in order for things to stay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let us know in the comments below what you think, if you're in favor or if you're against lobbyconning and why. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, give us a couple of likes and a share, and we will see you next time. This has been Lydia.
Yeah, and Kenny G.
It's been fun dorking out with you. Bye.
Oops. Bye.